I remember being the black girl, and to this day, little things that should not have been said to me, that should not have been done, that I was too young to understand, to tell my parents that people got away with, is crazy.
What is good, you guys, and welcome on today's episode. How are you guys doing? I hope you all are fine. And if you're joining for the very first time, thank you so much for being here today. There is a video making rounds on TikTok, and you guys, you cannot even believe how a child was treated on stage where there are so many parents cheering on kids. And a lot of people believe that that happened because she looked different from the other three kids on stage.
Pull her out. Ah! Here she is.
That was rude.
Nadia Boucher.
Olivia, Layton, Violet, Shania.
Woo! Come stand behind your dancers. Let's get that photograph, everybody. Right? Do we have any more dancers that want to come up from Dance Expressions? Hurry! Quick! Come on up. Come on up. Quick. There we go. We'd love to see this. Big round of applause for Dance Expressions, everybody. Congratulations. Let's try it. 3, 2, 1. Smile. Thank you, everybody.
I think it's a dance class, and I think they're having a performance and their parents are there. The performance, I think the instructor came to hug them. A job well done. Actually singled out 1 out of the 4 children up on stage, and she only hugged 3 kids. The other kids that was not hugged tried to lean in for a hug, but you can see that she did not pay attention to the child. Even the person behind the camera, I don't know if the person behind the camera is this child's mother, but that person literally caught that and said that was rude. After that, another instructor came on stage to ask the kids that just performed their name, and this same girl was singled out again. He's the only biracial child on that stage, and you already know what that means. The video is a little triggering because it brought out so many people sharing their stories as well since when they were young, like the microaggression that these people can actually even bring to a child, an innocent child. Is crazy. Without wasting much time, let's just get straight into what the people are saying about this video.
That was rude.
Nadia Boucher.
When I tell y'all, watching that video sparks traumatizing emotions for me because I was that little girl. I remember being the black girl, and to this day, little things that should not have been said to me, that should not have been done, that I was too young to understand, to tell my parents that people got away with, is crazy. I'll never forget the time one of my dance instructors approached me and whispered to me, "Ask your mommy to straighten your hair really straight tonight." And me not knowing any better, I didn't think anything of it. I just went to my mom and said, "Mama, can you straighten my hair really pretty?" I remember getting scolded and told to sit out, that I couldn't dance because I apparently made the mistake of putting foundation on my ballet shoes to make it match my skin tone. And I was yelled at and told that ballerinas are supposed to look pink. It breaks my heart to see this little girl innocently in this video not understanding microaggressions, being too young, and nobody stepped in. Nobody corrected it right then and there. You know what I mean? And it should have been. It should have been, because she does not know any better. Being the little black girl in the dance industry, it's not talked about enough. And the experiences we have, it's not talked about enough.
So my issue is, under these comments, I had wrote that little girl was going to be traumatized for life. And do you know that somebody had the audacity to ask how? And that's when you know that people really don't understand the trauma of microaggressions, biases, and straight up racism. So to clear it up to you is almost similar to the effects of bullying. And we definitely don't condone that. I just wondered, did anybody at that dance school that looked like her check her? What was the accountability of that, or the education? And as a former dance student, this is one experience that I can't relate to. Shout out to Philadelphia and La Cherterie, Philadelphia, PA.
And that is just one of the many reasons as to why I'm scared to have kids.
Because as soon as that lady stepped off stage, she had to see me. Like, no, she's going to see stars. She's not even going to see me, actually. What makes people so comfortable to hurt kids? And you not going to sit up here and tell me that she didn't know what she was doing. How you hug three, 4 other kids and then you miss the one that looked right? That wasn't a mistake. Mixed biracial people, you're still black to them. Go to black spaces. Go to black spaces, please. That lady would have got her ass whooped. I would have tapped that. I would have, and not in a good way. Not in a way that she probably would have liked for it to be tapped. Not my kids.
This is absolutely disgraceful. And this is just one of the reasons why we don't send our children round to sleepovers. I bet you that's that little girl's first experience of what racism truly feels like, even though she's biracial. She will remember that moment and it will stick with her for the rest of her life. This ain't the first time this foolishness has happened. Do you guys remember in 2023, the gymnastics competition where the little black girl didn't get a medal? All the little white girls got their medals apart from the black girl. It was in Ireland. Do you remember the uproar about that? This happens every couple of years. Because racism still rears its ugly head and children are not exempt from that. Some white people don't look at our children like they're children. They look at them like they're criminals. They look at them like they're adults. Our children don't get the benefit of the doubt if they do something wrong or if they come up short. They give them zero grace. Zero. In this instance, the little girl didn't do nothing wrong. All she wanted was a hug, to be included, and you couldn't even give her that. We do not trust you with our children, and for good reason, because you do shit like this. This just shows us that you will never protect our kids. You will never speak up in defense of them. You will never see them as just children. And this is why we don't send them certain places with certain people, because we don't know if they're coming back. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The only people who can fix racism around here is white people. When you burn out the hatred out of your heart, when you burn out the prejudice out of your mindset, when you share power and equality, maybe, just maybe, we will see a different society. But right now, that will never happen. So we move accordingly. And to Shania and her mum, big up yourselves. And to Shania, you are beautiful, you are amazing, and you will live a great life. And things like this, don't let it hold you back. Auntie Elaine loves you.
That was rude.
And this is exactly why you'll never catch my children in predominantly white spaces. Because they don't protect our children like they're supposed to. Their intentions are never good. And at the end of the day, she neglected that child and embarrassed her in front of a huge crowd. Even the children know that right is right and wrong is wrong. And she intentionally pulled her arm back so that she wouldn't have to give that little black girl a hug. Now, at the end of the day, Nadia, you didn't have to hug her because that's your preference, but you will respect her, especially in public. And it gets me to thinking, if you do that in public, Nadia, what are you doing to our little black boys and girls behind closed doors? Start putting your children in diverse athletics. Do not trust your children in predominantly white spaces. They are not safe.
I'm going to need Dance Expression Studio to explain why their teacher purposely did not hug the biracial girl that was standing on stage with the rest of the dance crew. So let me just back up. There was this teacher who her 4 students had done a dance and the announcer asked, hey, so who's your teacher? Bring her on stage. They pointed her out and said, oh, she's over there. So the teacher comes on stage, right? There are 4 kids and they're all standing in a line, okay? And at the end of the line, is this beautiful, cute little biracial girl. And so the teacher comes on stage, right? She goes in to hug the kids, and she only hugs the 3 white kids. The biracial girl is on the end. She goes in for the hug and nearly falls over because the teacher didn't hug her. She hugged the other 3 children simultaneously and left the black girl out. And you could hear in the audience them saying, "Aw," as if to say, like, why did she not hug the girl on the end? Like, what the hell? If you haven't seen that video to know what I'm talking about, go watch it and you'll understand why it's freaking infuriating. Like, that is the meanest thing I've seen in a long time. That was so mean. I feel so bad for that little girl. And then for the mom to come out and say, "Oh, I brought it up as soon as we were backstage, and my 2 daughters got kicked out of the dance studio." She also said the studio released a statement as if to blame her, the mom, for what happened. I would like for this teacher to explain herself. I want to hear how are you going to explain what you did to that little girl?
Have y'all seen this video? If you haven't, let me play it for you.
That was rude.
I have made so many videos about this situation. When it comes down to those biracial kids, they have to work 10 times extra to belong. Not just on the white side, on the black side too. And baby, don't let the mama be white and the daddy black. Oh Lord, I mean, you most definitely not black enough. You will get talked about so bad. Now on TikTok, it's a trend where if the daddy white and the mama black, you more black. The fuck? Anyway, you got some of these parents put their biracial kids because they're lighter in these white schools thinking that they gonna get treated better. No, cause guess what? The white folks still gonna see them kids as black. I don't give a fuck what percentage you mix with. You got any type of black ounce gene in you, baby, you black. Then you got the black community. They'll go around and say, "Oh, your skin too light. You're not black enough." Y'all, this is some lame shit. And guess what? If that little girl go to an all black school, they gonna treat her the same way because she's lighter. I be feeling sorry for biracial folks, like, for real. Like, I really be feeling sorry, because it's like, damn, you don't know where you belong. Because it's always a topic about light skin. Well, I ain't gonna say light skin, because you got light skinned people that got 2 black parents, but it's just with biracial kids, y'all gotta stop putting them kids. I just wish it was just a school just for biracial kids, baby, because, baby, you gonna get treated kind of crazy at a black school or white school. Well, what y'all think, y'all? This she was real low down. I'm gonna put her name on the video, the teacher. And she a dance teacher. Then these parents spending all that money. I think her daddy black. She spending all that damn money. The parents spending all that money at that damn dance school, and she don't even want to teach her damn daughter how to dance. That's crazy. Be safe.
Guys, watching that video made me so angry, and I can feel the mom's hurt and pain of her child having to go through that. Being a mom to 2 girls, that broke my heart. The fact that the teacher intentionally did not hug this little girl and hug the other 3 is very telling of what kind of person she is. Honestly, the best thing that this mom could have done is get that little girl out of that class immediately. Because if she's being treated this way in front of all these people, just imagine how she's being treated behind closed doors. This teacher owes this whole family an apology, and everything that has, even the dance studio, whatever the heck they're doing, owes this family an apology, especially that little girl. Also, another thing is that apparently the mom complained about the situation, and guess what they did? They kicked the little girl out of the class. So the little girl can't even go to the dance class, which honestly, I feel like is the best thing. The whole company, whatever, did a statement and said basically that the mom's at fault because she posted this video. Absolutely disgusting. So frustrating. If you're a parent and you're okay with this kind of behavior, I feel so sorry for your kids, because this is disgusting, and that teacher should be very ashamed of herself.
What do you guys think about that clip? Do you think that was a mistake? Because according to what I watched, I have watched that clip like 4 times, hoping that it is going to change and they are going to give the baby girl a hug on that stage. That wasn't a mistake. That girl was singled out. That child at that very young age was singled out. Imagine having to teach a child like that about microaggression, about racism. It is such a wicked world that we live in. How do you come on stage, you run on stage and just hug 3 kids? She just wanted to be included. A very innocent child. She was just singled out. For what reason? Because the only reason that can happen is because she did not look like the 3 other kids that were hugged. When the other person started calling, asking for their name, you would have thought they would do better, because when that lady singled her out and not hug her, there was a reaction from the crowd. You would have thought the other person would have picked on that and act better, but guess what? Ours was even more worse. She asked the other people their names and she never asked that child. She was even leaning over to her again just to get a chance. Imagine as a child, very young at that age, very innocent, having to fight to be included just because you look a bit different. She's not even fully black, because I think that child mother is white and her father is black. So she's not even fully black. Now imagine if that child is fully black. What was going to happen? When black people say they are not comfortable with their kids around these people, they know exactly what it is that they are saying. And just see the stories that people are having. The very first teacher as well narrated her story, and you can tell that she's moved to tears because her voice was shaking. What do you guys think about that clip? So many women are saying, if that happens to be my child, there would have been a fight on that stage. The fact that nobody got on stage to actually correct them or shut that down is the reason why something like this is going to continue to happen, because they think that they are not going to check them. If someone had got on stage and checked them, they will remember that for the rest of their life as well, just as the way they have traumatized that child. Didn't deserve that. She's just a child. She just wants to be included. Imagine at that age fighting to be included. So we have to sit kids down for like 4, 5, 6 years old to start talking to them about microaggression or racism. The world is really, really a wicked place. This person said this is the exact reason why black schools of dance were created. That doesn't even make sense. Why can't they coexist in the same place and everybody be okay and just understand that it's just the color of the skin? This other person said, and if people don't explain microaggression to you, then you start to internalize them and think that it is your fault. My parents put me in a nearly all-white elementary school. I am still healing. Just imagine if the parent did not do any job from right now to tell her that even if you experience something like this, is never your fault. Imagine what she will have to go through. Imagine the thought on her head thinking that maybe she's the one that is not enough. She does not fit in. Maybe she has to do something better. Maybe she has to look like that. Like the first teacher said, she had to color a ballet shoe just so it can at least lighten up a bit. This other person said, I remember even in high school going back and forth with our coach about flesh color tights as the only black girl up there. It is infuriating thinking back on it. White mothers of black kids living in white spaces that claim they don't see color because they laid down with a black man need to start seeing color. If you don't, they will do it for you. Acknowledge that your child is different before they treat them different. You are the problem. That is the absolute truth, because they will be like, they don't see color, but these other people see color, and that is the reason why your child was excluded from the hug, was excluded from the activity on the stage. They know they don't want her to participate. If they know they are not going to show her love, then they should not put her on stage and humiliate that child on stage like that. Let me hear what you guys think about this clip. I am going to see you guys in the next one.